Hello and welcome back to OTH Newsmakers. My name is Kelsey Boudin and I am the city editor of the Olean Herald. Over the next several weeks we're going to be previewing the elections coming up here in November, not the least of which are the alderman races in Olean here in wards 1, 3, and 5. And right now, today we have with us Republican candidate for Ward 5, Otto Tertinek. Thank you for being with us here today. Just gonna discuss a couple of the issues here coming up in your campaign, and we'll go from there. So it says here right at the top, I just want to start off with you're dedicated to a cleaner and safer Olean. So how do you want to accomplish that?
Yes, that's one of my main points of contention. I am a strong supporter of law enforcement and of the fire department, and the street crime unit is doing a wonderful job in Olean. I think we should keep them up to date with the latest of technology, the best equipment that they can have. The other program that I'm really looking at is the blight problem that we have in our city. I would like to further the finances for the demolition of blighted properties or zombie properties as they come to be known. Right now we have about $95,000 in our coffers to demolish some of these buildings. The house on South 7th Street, 115 South 7th, will be coming down this next week, which is going to cost the city about $25,000.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And as you had said earlier, it's about making that dent. If we can get to a couple of houses per year, that's an accomplishment to you?
Exactly. We're looking at 2 more houses on West Green and another house up on North 5th Street. But if we can put down 4 or 5 houses a year, we will eventually regain our neighborhoods. And we do have a proposed law in there right now saying the city can resell these properties and it does not have to go through public auction. We might be able to sell to the neighbors so they could increase their yard space or maybe put an addition onto their homes that they would not have been able to do had that house remained erect.
Right. Now, you spent a good amount of your career for working for the DEC, and we have some issues now with the wastewater treatment plant that the city has been working to remedy for the last several years. Working with the DEC for as long as you did, just maybe speak to your perspective now being on the council trying to work toward those changes that they're mandating down there.
They are tough mandates, but they are required mandates. If we want to see clean water, clean air, a clean environment, we're going to have to abide by these regulations that they have in place. Failure to do so would be a great penalty on the city. It'd be over $37,000 a day. So the improvements we're making to the wastewater treatment plant are substantial improvements. And we're looking to make further improvements along the sanitary sewer lines leading to the treatment plant by putting in linings and things like that. If we fail to do this, these lines are going to collapse and it'll cost us a tremendous amount of money.
Mm-hmm. A little bit of a different topic here, but it's still somewhat related. You're on the Allegheny River Trail Committee and there's a meeting coming up this next week. What are some things that we're hoping to accomplish there?
We are looking to put in canoe and kayak launches along the river. We also would like to put in picnic areas, picnic benches, places for people to park their vehicles, and let the kayakers and the people who are enjoying the river also be able to come ashore and enjoy our city and some of the things we have to offer in the city of Olean.
Mm-hmm. We're seeing the end of the North Union Street project, and we're seeing kind of the beginning here of the Olean Gateway project. What's some evidence of economic revitalization that you're seeing come into place right now?
The Gateway project is a nice step forward for Olean right now. We do have a new cafe and bakery on North Union Street. I'm hoping that upon the completion of North Union Street, we will get more businesses downtown. There have been some improvements on the purchasing of former buildings along West State by the corner, by the Manny Haney building. Upscale apartments are being put in there. I know of an individual who purchased a building on North Union Street, and he is going to be putting in apartments on the 2nd and 3rd floors there also.
Mm-hmm. You just finishing up your first term, and you were elected there 2 years ago. Just describe to me that itch that you have to serve.
Well, it's been a lot of fun. That's one thing I can say. Hectic, yes. I've gotten a lot of complaints. I've probably received over 70 complaints or concerns from different residents in the last year and 9 months that I've been in office. But I strive to give my constituents what they need. If they have a problem, I direct them in the right area so they can handle that problem, or I will take the initiative and handle that problem for them. If they don't get the proper satisfaction, then I'll go out of my way to see that it does come to good fruition.
And to end it up here, I like here on your little ticket here that it says that you will not promise a chicken in every pot. If you'd like to explain that for me, that'd be awesome.
Well, a lot of candidates will promise almost anything to anybody to get elected into office. I do not believe in doing that. If I say I'm going to work to improve the neighborhood, I'm going to improve the neighborhood. My wife and I participate in the litter program where we go around a 10-block area in our neighborhood and we pick up litter. Little things like this, I think, are very important for any councilman to perform a job in the city. I'm not going to make a sky in a pie claim to anyone. I'm going to do the best I can to make sure they get what they have paid for.
Sure. And I think that should do it. Over the next several weeks, we'll be covering the election here. We'll be previewing the candidates, and we invite you to not only read it in our print edition, but also read it at www.oleantimesherald.com. Follow us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. And thank you, Mr. Tertinek, for taking the time and speaking with us today. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you.